Okay. So, like I said, what I'm going to be talking about today is something that is very, very important. And then, you know, we're all Christians. I know that. When you say I'm a Christian, I've been to church and all of that. And then sometimes, when you don't know who you are, when you don't understand some things about your life, about your Christian life, you don't enjoy the full benefit. What we're going to learn today is something that will change your life forever if you're going to take it seriously. And remember, it's not about now that you're 12 or 14 or 16 or 11. Michael Olatumbode, I want your face up. Michael Olatumbode, I want your face up. Thank you. Your hand is covering your face. When I look at you, I want our faces to meet. So I'm sure you're actually listening to me. What I'm going to be sharing with us today will change your life forever if you're going to listen. Because you're not going to remain 14 forever. I was once 14. You're not going to remain 11 forever. You're not going to remain 16 forever. So when you understand some things, it's like when you go shopping, you buy so many things and you put in your house. It's not everything you bought that you're going to use that day. Some of the things you buy, you keep it in your house. Maybe you use it after 3 months. There are some times when I travel and I buy dresses. It's maybe after 6 months that I wear those dresses. The same way, some of the things you hear and you learn now in Word Center. You might think, oh, do I really need this? You need it. What you came to do today is to shop in a spiritual market. What you came to do right now is to shop in the spiritual market. You need to know some of these things. They are very important, okay? So what I'll be talking about today is very important. So many of us, we go to church, we're born again, I'm a child of God, but we're not getting the full benefit. We're not getting the full benefit because we don't understand fully who we are. Let me tell you one sad story that happened to me once. Maybe not sad, but something like funny, but also sad. Now, there was once I went on a boat cruise, okay, with my children, like some years ago. Like, now, inside the boat, okay, when you go on a boat cruise, we got onto the boat cruise. We were meant to be on that cruise for 4 days. And in that, you know, when you're in a boat for 4 days, everything was in the boat. You cannot go out and all. There was food, there was everything. So we went on the cruise. When we got into our room and cabin, I said to my children, see, I heard that food is that there's unlimited food, that you can eat all that you want. But please do not buy drinks, because I also feel that if you buy drinks in the boat, in the cruise, that is going to be expensive. So you can eat, but don't go and buy any drinks. So before you buy any drinks, make sure you call me. I can see that things are very expensive here. Now listen to me, guys. I'm telling you a real life story of what happened to me, okay? So we were on the cruise. We spent the first day. So I saw people around the cruise. People were walking up and down carrying drinks, and the people were having drinks. And I'm like, this drink is supposed to be expensive. How come everybody's getting it so people are drinking like this and I know it's expensive? The next day, while I was going to an elevator, I saw children coming out from the pool area, and they all have different funny bottles with drinks, lemonade, different kinds of drink. So I asked their mom, I said, please, how much are the drinks? Their mom said, much? How much? Their mom said, no, the drinks are free. Everything in the cruise is free. Everything's been paid for. She said you can drink unlimited. The only thing you pay for is whiskey. But no matter the kind of drink you want that you can have, that you don't have to pay. I said, hey, Mogbe. Meanwhile, when I came, because I didn't have information, I didn't know that all the drinks were free. And I had stayed one full day. It was even in the evening the next day. And I was shortchanging myself. Meanwhile, the money I paid for the cruise covers the drinks, covers everything. So I wasn't getting the full benefit. Immediately, I called my children. I said, go and drink, even the ones we didn't drink yesterday. Drink lemonade, drink orange juice, go and drink everything. I was angry with myself that I should change myself. That was one part. Then something else happened to me. I'm telling you a real life story. Something else happened. Now, when you go out in the morning, still on that cruise, they used to have very nice breakfast. And they used to have this, there was a particular place that the breakfast was very nice. There used to be this long queue. So every morning I wake up. Sometimes I don't like waking up early because it's my vacation. I just want to stay and enjoy myself and read my Bible. I just sleep. But because I have to go for breakfast, I'll go and queue. Now guess what happened? Anytime I was going out to go to the dining area, I'll see people. You know how the waiters, not the waiters. You know how this room service people, how they carry food to the rooms like a hotel. You know what I mean, right? Now, I used to see them. They'll carry this big tray and they'll be going up to different rooms. I'll say to my mind, oh, Oh my God, I wish I had money. If only I had money, I would have just paid for executive room. That I'm sure they are taking this breakfast to people that are in the executive room. That's what I used to think. I said, oh, when next I'm coming for a boat cruise, I'll pay for executive room so that they can deliver my breakfast to my room. Guess what happened again? Who can guess what happened to me? Awonuga, what do you think happened to me?
I think that the free.
Sorry?
I think it was free.
Not only that it was free, guess what happened? You know the boat cruise was for 4 days. The third night, because I became friends with some of the waiters, I became friends with them. So the third day, I was too tired. I said, look, I'm not going to eat the breakfast. I'm not going to go and queue. I'm tired. So when I saw one of the waiters later in the day, she said, oh, hello, ma'am, I didn't see you during breakfast. I said, no, I don't want to wait for the long queue. She said, all you have to do is book from your room, and they'll book a night before, and they'll bring the food to your room. You don't have to come out. I said, what? She said, all you have to do is just book a night before and tell us everything you want, and tell us the exact time you want it delivered, and it'll be delivered. Guess what happened? We were meant to leave the next day, so the cruise was over. I was so angry, but you know what I said? I said, that tomorrow is the next day, is the last day for me, but I must enjoy this thing, that I must book for this room service. I must book, and then they'll deliver it in my room. So that night I called, I booked. I said I want. Then I said, sorry, ma'am, that because tomorrow is the last day, that the boat cruise stops at 12, that they don't do room service on that last day, so that I have to come out to the dining area and eat. And then the lady that was talking to on the phone said to me, she said, by the way, did you read the brochure? I said, what brochure? She said, once you come into the cruise, there's a brochure on my bed that I should have read everything. I felt so stupid, and I felt I didn't enjoy fully all I had paid for in the cruise. So when next I went on my next cruise, like some 2 years later, if you see the way I was acting like a king, every night I would say, please, I was acting like, because now I had more information. So when I was preparing for this class, God said to me that reminded me of this story, and said I should share it with you guys. That's exactly what happens to us when we don't know our rights as children of God. You can be going to church, you can be born again, but you don't know your full rights. You don't know the full benefit and everything that is due to you. Do you understand? It is not enough to say, oh, my parents are Christians, I go to church. No. I was at a cruise I had paid, but I enjoyed only 60% of the benefits. So it's important that you know who you are. And that is why we read Genesis. So when everybody knows about Adam and Eve, they sinned, and now we're all living in sin. It's nothing. You have not read the part about how when the world was fixed. It's not about just knowing one part of the story. So many of us will live in perpetual sickness. We're always sick. And as a child of God, you have a right not to be sick. But because you're thinking, oh, this thing is not for me, it's for adults. No. So many of us, there's some things you want to do. You want to do phenomenal things in your generation. You cannot do it because you're feeling, I'm not sure I can do this. So many of us, we should be living our full lives as children of God. So what we're going to be doing right now, the video I'm going to be sending today, is a video about how Jesus restored the world. I don't want us to keep talking about Adam and Eve, they sinned, and now we're all living in sin. Forget about, there's another story. There's another story that fixed the world. So what I want everybody, please, if you have a smart TV, I want you to watch today's video on a smart TV, okay? If you don't have a smart TV and what you have is a laptop, watch it on a laptop. I don't want to watch today's video on a phone because there are 3 videos inside of it. And for some of you, if you watched it before, you're feeling, oh, I already know this. No. If you already knew it and it was working in your life, better. But so many of us, we know so many things, but it's not yet working in our life. If you know something but it's not yet working in your life, then it's useless to you. Do you understand? So the video is about 15 minutes long, and there are 3 videos inside the video. There are 3 videos. If you can learn these things and catch it, your life will never remain the same again. So please, I want you to take your time to watch the video. The world got spoiled. The world actually got messed up in Genesis chapter 3. But the world was fixed in Galatians 3. It got messed up in Genesis 3. And in Galatians 3, the world was fixed. Now, if you don't understand who you are, you're still going to be living in your old self. There's so many of us here that carry. There was a girl I met this week. My heart blew. The girl is just 14. But if you see what she's doing in her generation, I said these are the things that what the children should be doing. You don't wait until you're fully grown. What are you waiting for? You're already living. But if you don't understand the power you carry and who you are, you're going to be losing benefit. Your parents will wake you up, go and read your Bible. Your mom will say, do this. Your daddy will say, do this. You can't do that. Then why do you sit in this class every Saturday? You are not the only children in Nigeria or in the world. God has handpicked you. God has handpicked you for something that He wants to do with you. But you're going to end up like me, having paid for a boat cruise, but not enjoying the full benefit. You are a Christian, but you're not enjoying the benefit. You're supposed to be doing phenomenal things. So you're going to be watching the video to see how the world was reconciled and how you have the full benefit to act the way Adam and Eve acted before the world got spoiled. Something else I'm going to share as I close, because the video is quite intense. That's what I wanted to watch. Again, we're the light of the world. We're supposed to show the world how to do things. We're the light of the world. I mean, nothing starts until we start something. Some of you, I'm sure in school, some people are already coloring Easter eggs, already coloring Easter rabbits. We're supposed to show people the new way to do things. We're supposed to show our world the new way to do things. And for me, I'm sorry to say this, but there's some people in World Center that I already know that these people are different. I feel that they're already preparing themselves. They do homework, they submit homework. Even when you grade their homework, they come back to you to ask you questions. These are people that really want to change their world. Some of you, you're just there, your parents will ask you you're not doing your parents a favor. No. If you know, you know. If I didn't ask that woman, I would have been in that boat cruise and I would have served my children and shortchanged myself. Thank God I opened my mouth to ask. Some of you will grade your homework, you don't ask questions. So we're meant to be the light of the world. Very important. So part of what we're going to do, if you're already in World Center, you already know this. I want us after this, we're going to get out. Look at this. There are crosses here. Hadassah, I'm losing you. Hadassah, I'm losing you, and I'll be losing you. You've not been paying attention. I don't know if you're fiddling with your phone. I don't know what you're doing, but if not, my spirit has not connected. I'm losing you. Please get crosses. Get crosses. You have to decorate it or do whatever. We're going to show you samples. Put it up in your house, in front of your gate. Show your neighborhood how to celebrate Easter. We're the light of the world. There are different types, and they're all here, out for sale at the World Center. If you can do up your own, and they're just 1.5, or you can do up your own, or we have crown of thorns. You can do up different things, and then for those of you that already have you already have this. And can I tell you something about being the light of the world? Look at me, Teacher Neka, and God knows I won't lie to you. Like 12 years ago, that was when God dropped this in my heart. He said, Neka, why don't you introduce a new way, show people how to celebrate Easter. 12 years ago, we started going to ShopRite. When we were saying, say no to Easter eggs, use the right symbols, say no to Easter eggs. Then we started creating things like crosses and everything. And I continued. Some of you in World Center, we all went out to the street to say no to Easter eggs. We started doing it. It didn't make sense. But guess what happened? This year, a church, the Anglican church has called me. 4,000 people are coming to a place near Eleko where they are coming to see how to celebrate Easter. We've created a tomb already for them. 4,000 people. We've created a tomb for them. Everything in World Center we have built there. They said they want to start celebrating Easter the right way. Now, if I didn't start it 12 years ago, would it have made sense? Would they be able to do it today? I want somebody to answer me, please. If we didn't start saying, thank you. So now I am the light of the world. Imagine on Easter Monday, 4,000 people are going to come and enter a tomb and say he's risen. 4,000 people are going to buy crosses. 4,000 people are coming to see how Easter should, just because I obeyed by simply starting in my house, saying no to Easter egg, starting with 12 children in World Center, going to ShopRite. So now, if you want to say, God use me, God use me, God cannot use you when you don't obey simple instruction, when you don't start with simple, small things. We're going to shoot the video of the place. 4,000 people, you're going to see it. The same way God wants to use you to change your generation. Start with your house. I always say this, I want God to use me. When you cannot start with your house, God cannot use you outside. God will first try you with little things. Start by putting up a cross in front of your house. Start by putting up something beautiful. It could be something as small as He's risen. Let's start showing people how to celebrate Easter. Easter is about God fixing the world. Let's stop talking about, oh, Adam and Eve sinned and the world is messed up. The world is already fixed. But you only enjoy the benefits when you understand it. So 2 things I want you to do for me today. The class video is very intense. Some of you have seen it before. But it's not about having seen it before. The Bible says repeat it again and again. You're going to watch the video. There are 3 videos inside of it. You're going to do the homework assigned. And then another major homework, I want you to pick up a symbol. You are the light of the world. You never know. Show your neighborhood. Show your people around how to celebrate Easter. We're still saying no to Easter eggs and rabbits. No. You don't know what God is going to use you to do in the next 20, 30 years. Maybe you're going to have a big factory where crosses are being manufactured for Easter. I don't know. Look at me. 12 years ago, it was as if we're not now. And I hear another church is going to call us next year in the East to build the tomb and do things for them. Just because we obeyed. Look at when we built the tomb in World Center, it didn't make sense. But look at how the world is now picking up. We're the light of the world. Is very important. And above all, please watch the video and pay serious attention. I don't want to talk about what happened because I want you to watch it yourself, because I broke it down with little videos so that we can know our authority. We can know who we are so that you can enjoy your full benefit as a child of God. Very important. Jemima, what are you taking away from class?
I learned that it's very important to make a difference and just be the light of the world.
Thank you. So how are you going to be the light this Easter? I want practical answers. Please write it down. Practical answers, because here we should just be talking. Jemima, tell me your practical answer. How?
I think that's first with my school.
Sorry?
Because, I said I want to start first with my school.
Fantastic. What do you want plan on doing?
I want to focus on the junior school, which is like from year 1 to year 6. So the younger students, because I know in my school they have started drawing eggs and Easter eggs.
So what exactly are you going to do, Jemima? I can work with you, okay? We can talk after class, not till maybe in the evening, so that I can work with you, so that it's not as if you're pushing it. You know you have to be wise. Do you understand? So let's talk after class and really make this practical, okay? Is that okay? Fantastic. Please write down Jemima's name. Thank you so much. I know you're very serious-minded, so if you say something, I know you'll do it. Ogo, what are you taking away from class? Ogo Liar Day, what are you taking away from class?
I'm taking away from class that we have to stay look at Easter egg and money. That the reason for Easter is because Jesus has died for our sins. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, there's something I want everybody to remember. People keep saying Jesus died for our sin, and they say so much and it doesn't mean anything. Jesus died to fix the world. So when you think of Easter, think of fixing the world. People keep saying Jesus died to fix the world. Genesis chapter 3, the world got messed up. Jesus died to fix the world. Jesus died to fix. When you think of Easter, think about fixing. Think about fixing. Think about fixing. Not just that he died for. People say Jesus died. It doesn't even make sense to them. He died to fix the world back to the original state again. Lohi, what are you taking away from class?
I'm taking away from class that if you see people doing things that say that they are in I say that they're in I say that they're for God, but they aren't actually doing godly things. Like, for example, you see people doing Easter eggs or the Easter bunny, and they're like, oh yeah, Easter, but they're not treating Easter as if it's of God. They're not treating it as God came and fixed the world, and they're treating it as something else that has nothing to do with God, that you should tell them what they're supposed to do.
God bless you. God bless you, Lohi. You should be light. You should be light. Any opportunity you have to be light. Fantastic. God bless you. Sophie, what are you taking away from class? Speak up, my darling. Sophie, speak up. I can't hear you.
Obey God's instructions, because, like, assuming he didn't obey him when he told you to start the Easter, because the Easter tomb and Easter walk, this have spread to the world. So if what we like, just obey God.
Thank you so much, darling. Obey God in small things. Simple, write in your journal and submit. Obey God in small things. Thank you. Tosi Adebayo, what are you taking away from class? Tosi Adebayo, what are you taking away from class?
I'm taking away that it is very important to make a difference in the world.
Thank you.
That we should make changes to help the world better, and that Jesus fixed the world for us. So we should also help fix the world by making the world a better place. And I think that Like, you should just depend on other people. Like, you should also try your best. It can be a small thing or a big thing.
Thank you. So how are you going to, thank you so much. How are you going to apply this? What exactly are you going to do, like practical, to apply this?
So to help the world, you can do stuff like...
No, I said you. No, you. What are you? You. Yes.
I can help.
No, let me give you time. Tosi, think about it. I don't want you to say something you're not going to do. Because everybody's going to write in their journal what exactly they plan on doing. Did you send what to video to them? What they plan to do. This Easter especially. I'm not talking about changing the world in one day. Using this Easter. This is a strong thing that God is actually burdened about. This is one thing that is breaking God's heart. Because he came and spoke to me about it. How are you going to become light in your school? This Easter. To show people the way. How? Everybody think. Toluwa Anemi Adebayo. What are you taking away from class?
What I'm taking away from the class is that it's important to obey God. It is important because it's dangerous to disobey God, as we see that from Adam and Eve, that when they disobeyed God, caused the world to become broken.
Yes.
But that Jesus came and died to fix the world. And I also learned that when you don't understand something, you can't get the full benefits from it. That
Fantastic.
You can never fully understand it and get everything that you're supposed to get, for example, when you are on the cruise.
Thank you.
And I also learned that we are the lights of the world, and so we're supposed to show the world the new way to do things.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and that God gives us little things to do first before he gives us big things to do. For example, when you said the Easter eggs movement.
Thank you so much. He just recapped everything I talked about. He just did a recap for me. Thank you. Little things. If God cannot, some of you are waiting, I want to be this. No, if God cannot trust you with small things, if God cannot trust you with small things, you're just saying, is it what center homework or this thing? If God cannot trust you with small things, he's not going to trust you with bigger things. Some people that you've seen, they are so big. Then the next day you hear that the organization has fallen, it is dead. It's because they started big. God will give you little things like what you're doing here in Word Center. Little things like this. You don't even know where it's going to lead to. Take your life seriously. So I want to see practicals. Hadaza, how are you going to practicalize this in school? I know you have a strong position in school. What are you going to do with this? How are you going to show the light with this in school this semester?
Good morning, Mom.
Morning, darling.
Basically, usually for Easter, we're not doing much for Easter in school this year, but then I think what we could do as prefects, like a bunch of us prefects, me and like chapel prefects or something, could come together and like during one of the assemblies and like give a presentation about like the true meaning of Easter and how it's not Easter eggs and everything.
Fantastic. That is good. Who else wants to say something? Ife Dayo, who else wants to say something? Where's Kojo and Ife? Okay, yes. Yes. And Nehemiah, your hand is up. Yes.
Mark, from what you said in the last class that you should obey God no matter what he tells us, it also applies to me in this class.
Yes.
That the way you said that Adam and Eve obeyed God.
Yes.
But we will not be looking at that. In
Yes.
the last class, you said we always obey God no matter what. But Adam and Eve obeyed God.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean we should not start looking at that. We should look at how God fixed the world.
Thank you. Thank you. We shouldn't just keep looking at the bad thing. Adam and Eve. Everybody knows the story of Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve. What about how the world was fixed? The world was fixed. But you keep retelling the story of Adam and Eve saying, the world has been fixed. Can you focus on how the world was fixed so that you can get your full benefit? But so many of us, we just read about Adam and Eve. That is why that's why I took my time to share that video. And I took my time to put videos inside of the teaching videos. The world spoiled, yes, but the world has been fixed over and over again. So it's important. Please, I want us to take our time to watch the video and then take time to actually write down what is one strong thing you're going to do this Easter to become light, to influence others. No matter how small it is. It could be your neighborhood. It could be, I don't know. And I know that if you're calm, the Holy Spirit will tell you what to do. One thing that God told me is that everybody, every child that ever comes to Word Center is going to be a world changer. I'm not saying I thought, God told me. So when I'm talking to you people, I'm talking to you as leaders. You might not look like it right now. Like I didn't look like it when I was a child. When we were young, my mother, I was one that gave my mother the most trouble. I was the most playful, the most stubborn. But God didn't give up on me because He knew what He has put inside of me. The same way, I'm not giving up on anybody here. Because I know that God has put something, a lot inside of you. But you might not realize until 20 years. But little disobedience will mess up everything. Then little obedience will blow up everything. I hope you got something from this class. Please, I'm going to be here for the next 3 minutes. Please write down in your journal. Toluwanimi Adebayo was able to help us. Can you write down in your journals the main things we learned before we close? Because when I say write, some of you don't write. I'm sitting here, write in your journal what you learned. Write in your journal. Sophie, you'll be writing your journals. And you're going to please, because if you don't remember these things, you're going to forget. Write down the major. Lohi, how are you, Lohi? I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Good to have you back, Lohi. So please, everybody, thank you, my love. Write down in your journal before we close. I'm waiting here. I'm not leaving this class. Write in your journal what we learned. For Luca, if you're just coming, not a problem. We'll send in the class video. Michael Olatumbode, I don't know why your camera is even off. I don't know. Michael Olatumbode, I don't know why your camera is off. Michael. Eric Thompson, I don't know why you're laughing. I don't know what is funny, Mr. Thompson. Okay, you're smiling. Are you smiling then? Or none of the above? Okay, Mr. Eric. Wilbert, do you have your journal there with you? So you can write? Can you write?
I can't.
And there was something I want to advise all of you in Word 3 and 4. Please, if since most of you have phones, please, when we have the class teachings during Zoom, I want you to record the class teachings so you can listen to it again. Let me know who will obey this simple instruction from next week. Let me know who will obey this simple instruction. The Bible says, hear it again and again. From next week, if you have a phone, put it on record, so that after the class teaching, I do it in church. I do it in church a lot, so that when you go home, you need to hear these things again and again. You are a world changer. You are in training. I need to understand why you're here. You're in training. So let's take it seriously. Is that okay? So thank you so much, everybody. Father, we ask that as we watch these videos, that our eyes will be opened, that our hearts will be opened, and you grant us full understanding, O God. In Jesus' name we have agreed. Amen. God bless you. So please watch the video now. It's very intense, so I don't want to talk too much, so that your spirit can connect with it. God bless you. Have you sent the video to Word 3 and 4? Okay. Very good. Very much. Sorry? So you're going to put this down so that you know the song and all of that. The guy that called us went to Jesus. Is he here? Is he here?